sure you want to do this while I'm creating thing?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Say hello to Rita.
Hi, Peter. Nice to meet you. That's my family right there. I got my wife.
The bosses.
Yes.
Now, a couple questions. How many bedrooms do you have upstairs? Two. Any bedrooms in the first one?
Yeah. So, we're going to, from a 3-bedroom to a 4-bedroom.
You got it.
Hello. You're getting ahead of the game, right? That's not a tough one, Mr. Murphy. That's not a tough one, Mr. Murphy. You're gonna finish the night off. You're gonna finish the night off. Number 23.
Name it two. Anyway. So, in due time.
How are you? Good. Holly gives everybody candy. Take some. Huh? It's from
A
Holly.
little motivation.
I'm looking for my chair. Turn left. Sit down.
Mic's on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearing, board members have visited most or all the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to come back and give some brief rebuttal remarks addressing any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
We have two postponements. Hearing one, Appeal 26-147, Thomas Albano at 12 Oxford Road, Massapequa. And hearing holdover one, Appeal 26-131, Sadiq Fazi at 56 Thorman Avenue, Hicksville.
Anybody in the audience here for either one of those hearings? Okay, let the record reflect no one was here, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing 2, Appeal 26-158, Kyle Halpern at 318 East Shore Drive, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes,
Your
I
name
do.
and address, please.
Richard Bronchick, 707 Route 110, Farmingdale, New York, 11735 for JL Drafting.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Yes,
I'm
it
so
is.
sorry, my fault. Okay.
You can proceed.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
This property is surrounded 75% or so by water, with the Schmidt Canal on the west side and the Great South Bay on the south and east. Although we are seeking a large increase of the gross floor area, the proposed construction appears to be in character with this neighborhood, all these waterfront properties, and does not affect any immediate neighbors, since basically there are none. The only property attached to this, to the north, is vacant.
Excuse me, you want hearing number 2?
Yeah, isn't it?
Okay, fine.
Could you just give us 1 second?
Sure.
What's the date?
Hearing number 2, 8:20. How did I get this one?
It was here.
Oh, thank you. Oh, duh, I took, okay, never mind.
Re-announce what the postponements were?
Yes. Did I miss something?
No,
She did the,
we had a mistaken calendar in front of one of us.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay,
we're going to re-announce it.
now the cases that are postponed are hearing 1, Jennifer and Kevin Bragg at Central Avenue, at 97 Michigan Avenue, Massapequa, and holdover 1, Appeal 25-516, Chandra Shekhar Koda at 1 Belmont Avenue, Plainview.
Is anybody here for those hearings? Okay, let the record reflect, no one was here, and let's call hearing number 2.
Hearing 2, Appeal 26-112, Cheryl Hall at 2 Division Avenue, Massapequa. Yes.
Let's go.
Just continue or start from the beginning?
Start from the
You can
beginning.
start
Start from the beginning, okay. This property is 75% or so surrounded by water. You have the Schmidt Canal on the west side and the Great South Bay on the south and east side.
Yeah.
Although we're seeking a large increase in the gross floor area, the proposed construction appears to be in character with the neighborhood and all waterfront property in the area. I have some photos, if I could submit them.
Please.
I'm familiar with the area, and I will vouch for that, too. It is familiar.
Thank you. And
Very good.
the proposed construction does not appear to affect any immediate neighbors, since there are none. We have water on 3 sides, and to the north is a vacant property, which also happens to be owned by the current owners of the property in question. Regarding the pool equipment has an 11-foot front yard setback instead of the required 50, but it is, the front yard is water. And it existed it was in this location when the homeowners bought the property in 2018. And it's approximately 40 feet from the nearest street, from the nearest land off the property. And the rest of the variances are relatively minor, so I'll be very happy to answer any questions at this point.
Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Hearing 3, Appeal 26-159, Zafar Iqbal at 158 Park Lane, Massapequa. Yeah, that's probably the smartest
Raise your
thing
right
to
hand,
do.
sir.
Yeah, Zafar?
Would you raise your right hand,
Yes,
please? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
yes.
Your name and address, please?
158 Park Lane, Massapequa, New York 11758.
Thank you.
Can you speak closer to the mic?
Yes.
Speak softly. Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you. Honorable Chairperson and member of the,
Sir, I can't hear you.
okay, hello? You hear me now?
Yes,
All
speak into
right,
the microphone, please.
Sorry. Thank you. Would you allow me to just read some of the statement I have in the paper? So let me start with that.
Okay.
This is, I'm talking about the seller interest of my house. So I am the new owner of the house. So I'm just presenting myself as a new owner. And I'm right to read some of the statement I have in my paper. So this is regarding the outside interest, seller interest. So Honorable Chairperson and member of the board, I'm Zafar Iqbal, and the current owner of the single-family residential property located in 158 Park Lane. I respectfully submit this statement in support of my application and request permission to retain the existing outside seller interest in accordance with the revised plans submitted to the town. I purchased this property in November 23. The outside interests were already present when I purchased the home. I did not construct, enlarge, relocate, or otherwise create the existence condition. I'm not requesting approval for a new seller interest, new construction and expansion of the property, or a change into its use. I'm requesting only the minimum relief necessary to retain and legalize the existing outside seller interest.
Are you aware that this board denied a seller entrance 1 year ago to that house?
Yeah, actually, the previous owner, she gave me the hard time. When I bought it, she was in the process, and she promised me and hoped me that she will obtain the permit. But this took a long time, and this was because of I was not in the process, and she was working with the town. So that's why it's not, she gave me a hard time, and it's not processed properly.
Did she leave any money in escrow?
She did the money in escrow, yes. Because when I started, my attorney advised me to go ahead and put the money. And that's why it took 2.5 years to process. It's not my fault. And now I want the town to legalize everything because I'm living this house and I need this living with a single family. And I want this for the in the emergency exits.
Anybody else have any questions?
So you bought the home knowing that the seller entrance was not permissible, correct?
Yeah,
Right? And money was left in escrow for you because of the fact that this was not permissible, true?
yes,
Okay. You could also put an egress window for emergency exit. You're aware of that, true?
Yes, Chris, can I step in real quick, just to
Yeah.
answer
You
the
just have to,
question?
first of all, you promise to tell the truth during the proceedings,
Yes,
right?
uh-huh.
Just your name and address, please, sir.
My name is Mohammed Zafar, 158 Park Lane, I'm his son, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
You spell your first name?
Mohammed Zafar,
Mohammed.
Yeah, Mohammed, could you spell a couple ways?
Can you
Spell
spell?
M-U-H-A-M-M-A-D.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
M-U-H-A-M-M-A-D.
Thank you for coming.
I'm his son, so we are, living in our, this was our first house, we're, finally getting to live the American dream here. And, so these are all the issues that we were faced with as soon as we bought the house. And what we were promised were pretty much all permits were gonna be, sealed, and in terms of getting a perfectly well house that's according to the town's, permits and all. So, and then that's why when these issues were brought up, that's where the money was left in the escrow, and that's where she promised that she's gonna give us, she's gonna, take care of all these issues with the town to give us this house that we could stay in as a family, that we're living in right now for the past 2.5 years. but those 2.5 years has been just, very, hard for us in terms of like trying to get a hold of her, cause she was filing all the documents and all that. We finally got a hold of this, and this is the only, issue we're going through. We obviously wanna make sure, we're all compliant with the code, and, we don't have the financial means to, take this down, or,
What about the money in escrow?
What is it?
What about the money in escrow? Can you access that?
Yeah, that money is not enough to reconstruct and destroy the whole thing, because, and also I have one more I would like to add, that the neighbors, they have no, looks like, I've been living with 2.5 years, and the surrounding neighbors have no objection with that. That's why I submitted myself with the documents to the surrounding area, and I don't see any objection for that.
Can I ask one question? You said you've been living in the home for 2.5 years,
Yes, please.
but the entrance was denied last year.
Yes, I'm aware for that, but actually, I'm living with my family, and I need this, it's important because of my, in case of fire and emergency exit, and this is very important for that. Is there anything I can do for anything, any changes that need to be, I can help, I'll be ready to do that.
What is in the basement? Is there a bathroom down there?
There's one bathroom that I want to remove it in case of that being approved, right? It's ready to go ahead.
Say
Yes.
that again, please.
Yeah,
We are compliant to remove that bathroom. We don't use that bathroom or have any use of that bathroom. So we're compliant is, if the code requires us to remove that, we're 100% going to remove that, and we don't have any use for that bathroom.
What else is in the bathroom? Is it like a rec room or,
Just, it's a basement with a bathroom. Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
They were just giving us a little background. She was giving us a little background.
Thank you.
There's also a kitchen
Thank
in the
you.
basement as well?
No, sir.
No.
There's a counter over there. Yes, there's this counter and the bathroom on the back side. Then we need to remove it.
Anybody else? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for
very much.
coming.
I appreciate it.
Hearing 4, Appeal 26-163, Tara Fortune at 51 Lincoln Avenue, Massapequa.
Okay, good evening, Madam Chairperson, and members of the board. My name is Jared Mandel, architect of the
I
project.
just have to swear you in, sir. You
Yep,
promise to
okay.
tell the truth during these proceedings, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead.
My name's Jared Mandel, architect, 25 Hillside Avenue, Williston Park, New York, 11596. Here presenting for the Fortune family, who, as they had come to me for the expansion of this for the expansion required at their home. It was requested a necessity of moving their mother into the home, so they could live with them without affecting the way that their family lifestyle currently is, and integrating their mother into the home as part of the family, but still having their separate area to live at the same time, so they could coexist in one home. together. So as they came to us, we had some challenges with the property that we immediately recognized. We started to look through the process and see if there was any alternates, and we ended up coming up with a floor plan where in this case, we're adding an addition to the north side of the property, where we started to observe the properties prior to going into any of the design, and we noticed some of the area, we studied the area, and noticed some of the houses were pre-existing, built at a different time frame, which may have put them into an area where they may have larger square footages than normal. They may also have closer setbacks to the front yard than typical. So as we started to create our design, which in essence, we're adding a room onto the home on the north side, so there could be that independent living and also integrate into the house, so there would not be any, essentially there might be an area to just, prep things, but it's not gonna be an additional kitchen. The main kitchen of the home is gonna be within the main part of the house, but essentially being able to have the privacy that one would want, living with, in that type of condition. So in this case, what we're here today to present is for a floor area variance, and we're also asking for a front yard setback variance. Starting with the floor area variance, the maximum permitted in the area is 31.6 or 3950. In this case, we're requesting 35.2, which is 4406. I know the denial letter reads higher, and there's certain reasons for that. One being that 137 square feet of that is a pergola in the back that's interpreted as floor area by the building department. And honestly, based off of my square footage breakdowns, I don't know where that other square footage that was included in that denial is coming from. But based off of my square footage breakdowns, I believe that we're under what is being requested within that denial letter. So my feeling is that we're really requesting 35.2, which is 4406. Essentially, which makes it a little bit better of a situation, I'm hoping. And if we're asking for the 4406, at the same time, 137 square feet of that is pergola. So it brings the number to a 35.2 with the actual, with the pergola in that calculation. So we know it sounds, aggressive to go over FARs, but we think in this condition, in the environment that it's in, with the neighboring houses, we don't believe that it's going to be out of character. So with that being said, moving to the front yard setback request that we have, essentially, if you view the property or had gone by the property and driven up the blocks, you'll notice and you'll see that on Seaview Avenue, there's only, so the house is located on Lincoln, 51 Lincoln Avenue, and on Seaview Avenue, because it's a corner property, has two front yards. The secondary front yard is what we're requesting the variance for. On that secondary front yard, on Seaview Avenue, there's only two properties that are located on that, from intersecting street to intersecting street. And as you start to view the properties, you'll start to notice that the neighboring property that is behind the house, let me just see, located 390 Ocean in the rear of the house, which shares that secondary front yard, happens to have a garage that's pushed all the way forward on that setback line. So essentially, what we're doing, as we're pushing forward, asking for that relief on the front yard variance, for our front yard variance, essentially, we're not affecting the character of the front line of that street. So in this case, we believe it created a unique condition where relief would not create any detriment to the character of the neighborhood as well. And that being said, just as we did our research and kind of went through the blocks, we looked at a couple properties that I saw that I could put on the record as similar in character, I guess to say, with setbacks, which would be 57, let me see, 57 Lincoln, 2 Massapequa Avenue is another one that's similar, 390 Ocean in the rear of the property has similar conditions. So as we looked at it, without affecting, the major structure of the house, we saw this as one of the only alternatives that we could produce on the property.
Eva?
Yep.
How many bedrooms are in the house now?
Currently, let me just go through. Let's go through the floor plan. We have let's go to the second floor. Currently, there's the one on the second. There will be the one on the first floor. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms on the house right now.
So it's gonna go from a 4 to a 5?
Yes.
There's currently no bedrooms on the first floor?
Currently, let me just go to the existings. Currently, there's none, yes. First floor. Dining room, living room, kitchen, breakfast area, yeah, none.
Thank you. Thanks, Michael.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County
I got one
Planning
more.
Commission recommends local determination.
Got neighbor's letter?
Consents?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir.
How many are on there, Susan?
4.
Thank you.
And Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Thank you very much,
Decision.
appreciate it.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Next is hearing 5, Appeal 26-220, Dan Moriarty at 169 Euclid Avenue, Massapequa.
Tom Selchuk during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Christina Bravin, Morano Expediting, P.O. Box 39, Bethpage, New York.
Thank you.
I pass this every day.
Good evening. We're requesting permission this evening to construct first and second floor additions to an existing single-family dwelling, install a proposed egress window well, and maintain the existing driveway. The proposed project requires the following variances: reduce the minimum side yard setback from 8 feet to 6 feet, reduce the aggregate side yard setback from 20 feet to 17.8, increase maximum building height from 28 feet to 29.8, increase the maximum building coverage from 25% to 26.85%, increase max gross floor area from 2,900 square feet to 3,002.36 square feet, reduce the required side yard setback for the proposed egress window well from 3 feet to 2.2 feet, and finally maintain that existing driveway with a 2-foot side yard setback where 8 feet is required. And so the application is before the board as a result of a fire that occurred in this home in October of 2025. Luckily, the homeowners and their young children escaped safely. They're currently living in temporary accommodations. The home requires significant repairs, and so they like to take advantage at this time of the unfortunate situation and rework the floor plan and put on a full dormer. They currently have a half a dormer in the back, so it's like 2 very small bedrooms upstairs and 1 bathroom. And downstairs has a small office that's being used as a bedroom. So you have 3 small children, and so they like to put 4 bedrooms upstairs. No bedrooms would be downstairs, so parents and children could be upstairs after this renovation. Okay. And with regards to the driveway, so that existed prior to them taking ownership in 2015. So they haven't made any changes to that. And I'd like to submit a few photos of the area. I know the board usually takes a ride, but we feel like this project is in keeping with the neighborhood. All the surrounding houses have full second-story additions.
They do.
And they did discuss the project with the most directly affected neighbors, and nobody had any concerns after they went through the details with them.
I'm familiar with it. It's only a few blocks from my house. Yeah.
Flat.
This,
Well, they're not looking for roof pitch down, but if they made it
Yeah.
flatter, they want roof pitch.
this is,
So the concern we're having is the height. We try to be very purposeful on height variances,
I
so
like my
I
house.
understand, I think you have
swear.
8.1 feet in the attic,
Same color, same shink, yeah, exactly.
Let me
8
double
feet
check.
10 inches, I apologize.
Different landscape.
Attic floor to top of the house? To the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
So wondering if that could be taken down, what would that do to your pitch?
So reduce the 812 pitch, right? Okay.
You know, honestly, the rest of the stuff is not too significant, so we'd like to work with you on this.
That's fine.
Yes, good thing.
I think it's possible. I didn't review
How high are
these
the
plans with
ceilings?
the architect, but,
3 feet.
Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I asked how high the ceilings were.
Oh. 8 feet.
8 feet, okay.
Yeah, they're not high at all. So there's no wiggle room there.
All right, well, if you can work with us on the height, we can put this on reserve, and you can speak to Susan during the week and not come back.
Okay,
We'll make our decision then.
okay.
All right.
Well, so how long do we have to submit plans before, do we have to come before the board?
No.
No,
No, right? Okay.
just
Okay.
try not, don't create any new variances. Okay? Don't
Yes,
create- don't create a
absolutely.
movie pitch.
Yeah,
Definitely
let her
avoid
know if
that.
Yeah, if that's the
Yeah.
case, all right.
Okay.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 6, Appeal 26-221, Sansa property at 81 Bayview Avenue, Massapequa.
Good evening, how are you?
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Peter Toth, 370 Harrison Avenue, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Thank you.
Tonight, I'm appearing on behalf of Sandstone Properties. We are proposing a 6-foot-high PVC fence in the front yard on Bayview Avenue. The fence is also within the 30 foot of the intersection at 26.5 feet from the corner of Baldwin Avenue. The property has a slight angle on on Bayview Avenue, and when you map out the 30 feet clear sight triangle as shown on the site plan, the fence is not within that space. We feel this fence does not obstruct any sight line at the corner. Baldwin Avenue also ends at the intersection where it meets Bayview Avenue, so there's no street crossing by cars here unless they are turning and they are at a stop sign at both of the corners. The neighbor to the south has their driveway located on the opposite side of the property of the fence, so the fence will not obstruct any lines of sight from the neighborhood's driveways. That really completes my
How about the
application.
neighbor to the north? Where's his driveway? On
Neighbor to-
Bayview.
On Bayview?
Yeah, the next door neighbor on Bayview.
I see a direct sightline problem. He's the guy over on this side here, on Bayview, and that's a Bayview from here. I mean, I have to see, I don't have the,
Right here.
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I don't know off the
You
top
have
of
the
my head
fence
where it
right
is.
there, so if his driveway's there, he can't see coming out.
I don't believe his driveway's there, but I mean, we're within
Anybody
a
bring
clear
up
sighted
the
triangle.
Google search? This is
I'd have to look on the top of like maps.
18 Bayview Avenue.
But the fence is still set in regardless.
It's right on
Like
the
if you see
property
like
line.
I don't know if it's hashed out on there, but I mean, where I am.
I'm
the
not
fence is
talking
still
about
in.
there, I'm
I know
talking-
you're talking
yeah.
about the other driveway, but I don't believe it affects that guy. I don't know it like visually right now.
We're gonna take a look.
Okay.
So, this is Bayview over here.
81, right, Reed? I think
It's 81.
81.
That would be the reason.
Oh,
It's 81.
my dyslexia is.
Okay.
I'm talking about 22 Baldwin Avenue.
That's
Oh, we're at 81. Looks to be.
No, it would be the neighbor on Bayview.
Okay, so that would be this
Just wanna
one.
know where his driveway is.
It is here. And right next to his driveway is here.
I believe it's 85, Bayview. You want to look up.
So it would be 85, the next door neighbor?
Yes.
Is this, it's a corner, this is a corner.
This is
It's a corner lot, yeah.
Yeah, his driveway is right next to that fence.
Yeah,
There's like a
on
little
both.
median, you know, little utility strip in their pool.
Well, they're looking at balls, the balls wouldn't want.
Brian, you have it up? You want me to bring this down?
Was that?
You have it up?
Yeah, I have it up.
I'm talking about,
This one.
yeah.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still kind of,
That's what we were looking at.
Could you, Susan, could you show the applicant what I'm talking about?
because we're actually
Please.
set in now, no? What I'm saying is this is no, we're,
So,
Yeah.
they're concerned about,
on this,
they're concerned about this part of the fence.
right.
They
Even if we're,
they can
even
look
if
at
we're
the whole
set in
fence.
here, even if we're set in here,
So what they're saying is that his driveway is right here, and the
Right.
fence is,
even I'm still kind of sitting, we're not going all the way to that triangle. I mean, it would, would
but
it
the
pay?
fence is along the line, right?
Yeah, correct. Would I,
So
would it
it's-
pay for us then to move in? Like, I could still play with another 1.5 foot here to bring this in. You know, still come straight down, it would give a little more sight on the vision. If that's
So if
something
his
that needs
driveway
to-
is right here.
Yeah, if I come in like another 1.5 foot of cutting that, is
It's
that
gonna be a whole
something-
section of fence,
Yeah.
You're talking
They
about.
want
a
an
whole
angle.
8 feet of
want a whole
fence,
8
yeah.
feet.
You're not gonna, you cannot
Or
fence in your
What if
neighbor's
I-
driveway.
Can I 45 that on that side then too? I mean, realistically, I'd rather do that and 45 it, than take up the whole, now meet up.
You're gonna
you
have
guys
to
on-
angle 2 sections of fence. We're
Yep.
talking now 16 feet.
Yeah, so I'll angle from here.
It's
to
gonna be a
correct.
triangle there, yep.
Coming over for the line of sight for him. Yeah, same basic way
Correct.
I'm doing it.
That's it.
All right, I have no issue of
You
doing that.
understand, we just don't want,
Yeah,
God
yeah.
forbid, someone,
No,
some
no,
kid's,
that's-
you know, got a tricycle on the sidewalk and this
No,
guy's
no.
backing out of his driveway and can't see.
These
through
are
the
all
fence.
feasible things that I know. I was trying to get away with 2 feet just more often, to tell you the truth,
No.
but it wasn't working.
You know,
Safety
I-
first.
I
I
got
went
it.
and looked at somebody else's fence the other day, and I backed into the driveway. This man did it to himself,
Oh, I believe it.
and I couldn't see coming out of his driveway. So
problem.
we can't have that. All
Okay.
right, thank you for being cooperative.
Okay, so I'll do that, and then I'll bring it back up to resubmission for here, and then should be able to comply. Okay,
I
okay.
just need a new plan.
Yeah, I'll do a site plan, get everything all back in within the
You
week.
don't have to come back before, not that we don't wanna see you again, but you don't have to come back before us. You just have to
Right,
go back
it'll
to-
go through there, and decisions gonna be
It'll be,
rendered from there.
this will be put on reserve pending the new plan,
Okay, you got it.
okay?
Thank you very much, have a good night.
Does anybody want to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision,
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Next,
hearing number 7, Appeal 26-176, Venkatesh Shah Rajari.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Helen Bogdanos. I'm an engineer.
good evening.
I'm representing the owner of the 227 North Idaho in Massapequa. And I'm here for pool equipment setback. It's supposed to be 5 feet, and it is 2.8 feet.
How long has it been there for?
He bought the house, I believe, three ago. I don't think the neighbors called. Mr. Esposito gave him a violation, and he hired me to legalize everything, which I did. It was the finished basement, the stairs, nothing
You
else.
don't even have to tell me.
Oh, okay.
Were you here for the pool equipment?
Okay, nothing else, anything else, it doesn't have any variance.
All right. Do you have any consent from the most affected neighbor?
Nobody wanted to sign, but nobody has any objection, you know.
We're going to find out.
Okay, all right. Worst scenario, he has to relocate it. I mean,
Helen, this is an easy one for you, so.
I know, the easiest one I ever had. And sometimes the easy ones, they don't get approved.
We're going to find out. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
It's your lucky day.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Thank you.
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night. Hearing 8, Appeal 26-180, Matt Tierney at 565 North Suffolk Avenue, North Massapequa.
truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address.
Brian Ladino with Next Gen Designs, 555 Broad Hollow Road, Suite 327, Melville, New York, 11747. Ladino. Good evening, Chairwoman and members of the board. My name is Brian Ladino. I'm here representing the Tierney residents. We are currently here today because we filed an application to maintain existing conditions. The Tierney family basically had just purchased a home, and they came across a couple open permits when they were closing on the property, and they retained us as the expediting company to file and close off all the permits. Now, when we filed the application, we were required an updated survey. When we provided the updated survey, there was a built-up shed. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you're a little too close.
Sorry. We built the shed, well, not we. The shed was built on the left-hand side of the property, which gave a side yard of 2.2 feet. And there were a couple previous variances granted back in the past when the house was built. There was two, I believe, one in 59 and one in 64, which both acknowledged that we had aggregate side yard issues. Now, we're not changing the footprint or anything. Realistically, we went over the allowable building area, which was which the legal one is 25%, and we went over to 26.4 because of the size of the shed. So right now, we're seeking relief on the of going over on the building allowable area and the side yard variance.
So what I was to the property, and what I can see is that there is that 2 foot of somebody that would have to get through there with fire apparatus or emergencies. It's very tight. I don't think they can get through there. I think it's a problem with safety.
Okay. It is,
It's a
yeah.
very overgrown shrubbery. There's no passage there.
Yeah, it's a very tight passageway. It's almost about 28 inches, which it doesn't really give agreeable enough room. That was the same thing on the other side as well. It's very tight as well. It's 4.5 about feet, which we were granted with that, but we do understand that shed.
But it even complicates it more than there's 2 sides
Yeah.
that are less.
Yeah,
The house is on fire in the back.
100%.
Would
This- Yes.
consider taking it down. That's the problem.
They would, I mean, if that would be the only case that would be, I guess, doable. I mean, the only thing is they just bought this house. It's a family of 4, 2 young kids. They're doing this because they were looking to get some additional funding for the house, but they couldn't because there was open permits in there. So it would be a financial burden to them, and then have to, we were still trying to close on the property. So they're still dealing with the closing process, and we're trying to get them the loans so we can close, but what's the bank's holding up is these open permits.
Exactly.
You're representing the buyer or the seller?
I'm representing the buyer, the Tierneys.
Wouldn't this be an obligation of the seller to take that then?
You would hope so. We would hope so. But they're not as cooperative. They're kind of out of the deal right now. We're kind of left holding everything. And my client would like to purchase this property. It's a beautiful home. The backyard is open. It has a really nice presentation to it. The only thing that we are getting,
Oh, so they don't own the home yet?
technically they do,
Oh.
but they can't get that. There's some money that they can't
Yeah.
acquire right now.
And is there money held in escrow?
No. There was the term as is, and they weren't protected very well with their attorney, and they kind of fell into this.
So now they own it? And
Yes.
now you're trying to get permits for this?
We're trying to get COs to close everything out, yeah.
Exactly.
And they hired us as the expediting company. They hired an architect to prepare basically drawings on the full house to show the existing conditions. On top of that, the updated survey, and we still don't know what the permit fees, once we do get this granted, what they're gonna be like, and then the additional things that we're gonna have to get. For example, we're gonna have to get another electrical certificate to ensure on closing out the other permits, and then anything else, additional financial burden that will come down, because it's coming all out of pocket right now, since,
You know, our real concern is, you know, we're not trying to be difficult. We're really concerned about access into the yard on that side of the house.
yeah,
If there's a fire or something like that, there's
No, God forbid,
very,
100%.
very limited access.
yeah.
And what complicates it is that it's tight on the other side also.
Right. It's a
Well,
concern.
we'll have to take it into consideration.
Yeah.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Anybody in the audience? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion.
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
I appreciate all your efforts. Have a good night,
You did a
guys.
nice job for your client.
Hearing 9, Appeal 26-171, Susan Messima at 7 Rondo Lane, Farmingdale.
Thank you.
Made it.
You do. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Ashley Lowe Chianese from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmar Avenue in Belmar, New York. I am here this evening on behalf of my client, Suzanne Messimer, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 7 Rhonda Lane in Farmingdale, New York. We are here this evening as a result of an application filed with the building department for a proposed rear one-story addition, proposed first-floor interior alterations, proposed partial garage conversion, and to maintain a 6-foot PVC fence, as well as an existing AC unit. The proposed first-floor addition does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, having a proposed side yard setback of 7.9 feet, for which we are requesting relief of just 0.1 foot. Additionally, the first-floor addition does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet, as the proposed rear yard setback is 18.75 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 6.25 feet. The proposed addition and partial garage conversion are going to be used for a proposed living room and pantry. The garage will no longer accommodate a car. It will be used for storage only, but there is room in the driveway for 2 cars to fit comfortably. These are only items for request. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
You have any consent from the rear neighbor?
I do not.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing 10, Appeal 8-26, Michelle Hickey at 44 Spruce Avenue, Bethpage.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Michelle Hickey, 44 Spruce Avenue, Bethpage, New York, 11714.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here for an amendment on an existing mother-daughter property. My mother-in-law and my brother-in-law moved into the home after my parents had passed away, and I inherited the home. And we would like to just have an amendment and continue using it as me, my husband, and our son, we live upstairs, and my brother-in-law and my mother-in-law live downstairs.
Okay. You have everyone's paperwork?
I do.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You also.
Hearing 11, Appeal 26-175, David Labou at 17 Normandy Drive, Bethpage.
Good evening.
Hi, promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Nicholas Pfluger of Bowler Pfluger Architects. We're at 256 Orinoco Drive, Brightwaters, New York, 11718.
Thank you.
Welcome. So I am the architect on the project. I'm here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Labou. We're here tonight to request multiple variances for the construction of a one-story addition, two-story addition, second-story addition, as well as a rear and front roofed-over porch. Mr. and Mrs. Labou are looking to expand their home as their family is expanding as well. The variances being requested are as follows: minimum side yard of 3.9 feet and 6 feet for the first and second floor additions, Total side yard of 9.9 feet. Side yard for the rear roofed over area, 5.3 feet. Side yard for the front roofed over area, 5.9 feet. Rear yard of 23.7, GFA of 3,349.5 square feet, and a lot coverage of 33.67%. I do have consent letters from some neighbors. 2, 3.
Thank you. 3 consents?
Yes. So those consent letters are from numbers 14, 24, and 19 Normandy Drive. 19 being the next door neighbor. I just want to point out that the shape of the property is partly causing the need for these variances as the property gets narrower as you approach the rear yard. This portion of Normandy Drive is on a radius, making the properties on that side sort of a pie shape. So as it gets narrower towards the rear, the sort of rear corners of what we're proposing are relatively close to the property lines, hence the variances that we're seeking today. I also have some ZBA approvals from some of the neighboring properties that show in part that we are proposing additions that are in alignment with the character of the neighborhood. For example, at 19 Normandy, which is the next door neighbor to the east, it was approved for a 4-foot side yard setback. And I have that here. As well as number 15 was approved for a 6-foot side yard setback. 10 Normandy approved for a 5.9-foot side yard setback, 31% lot coverage. Also approved for 2-foot setback on AC units. And 35 Seats Drive, I think is how you pronounce that, was approved for a 5.87-foot side yard setback. So I can submit these.
Please. Thank you.
In closing, we believe the proposed additions are in line with the surrounding area and will only add more character to the neighborhood, and I can take any questions that the board may have.
How many bedrooms will the house have when you finish?
It will have 5 bedrooms.
And my concern is that you're eliminating parking up if you're facing the home up the right-hand side, true?
Yes and no. So on the right-hand side, that part of the addition is a garage, and the homeowner actually, in particular, wanted to do that addition for the garage so he can house his vehicles, because he has pretty nice cars, and he doesn't like when they're outside, so he actually wants to put them in the garage, and he actually wants to put 2 cars in the garage, so the garage is relatively long to fit, 2 cars, stacked in line, tandem, thank you. So yes, so that's one of the reasons that right rear corner of the proposed addition is the 6 feet from the property line is for a garage, basically.
Okay.
That's it.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, have a good night.
Good night.
You too. Hearing 12, Appeal 26-182, Walter Zavalas at 49 Roosevelt Drive, Bethpage.
Hi.
Hello.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Adele Zavalos, 25 Lolo Street, Bethpage, New York. My brother Walter Zavalos, and Anna Pariona, my mom.
Very good.
Hi. We're here seeking the town's variance on 3 points for 49 Roosevelt.
Can you speak?
Okay, I'm sorry. So we're here seeking the town's variance.
Go back down.
Let me go down.
Closer to you, yeah.
So we're here seeking the town's variance for 49 Roosevelt. We're seeking variance on an existing rear enclosed porch.
that has less rear yard setback than permitted by ordinance. We're also seeking variance to allow an existing 6-foot high PVC fence exceeding maximum height across the front yard than permits by ordinance, sorry. We're also seeking variance for reduction of off-street parking spaces, reduction space from one to one from parking that is required. We also have copies of 2 letters from neighbors that signed.
I have
I
them,
know.
and I read them,
Okay,
but I don't know their addresses. Their addresses are not on the letters, so I just want to know where they live.
oh, no, so their address should be on the letter. I can give you, I have them here. On the top.
Oh, never mind, I'm sorry, the address is on there.
Yes, please.
Okay,
We have them,
I got them.
okay.
just looking in the wrong place.
Nice.
That sort of evening.
Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Just put on the record that there were 2 consents from neighbors, and public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 13, Appeal 26-161, Melissa Salerno at 36 West Call Street, Hicksville.
Tom Stelter, join these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address?
Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'd like to pass up some photos and consent letters for the board.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Lano seeking a variance for exceeding the gross floor area and to maintain a fence having greater height than required. This house was built approximately 1923. It's a non-conforming house. There is a side platform that was added many years ago prior to Ms. Solano purchasing the home. Also, there's some fencing in the front that exceeds 4 foot high. The rejection states that the fence needs to be set back 27.7 feet from the front property line. The house itself is only 19.8 feet from the front property line. The fence is even with the front of the house and doesn't further encroach into the front yard. The other fencing complies. This is an interior lot. There's only one other residential house on this block. There is commercial property directly across the street, and to the north and west of the property is commercial. There was a storage container in the rear that's since been removed, and we do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 32 West Gall Street.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
I don't.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 14, Appeal 26-167, FT Development LLC, 48 Friendly Road, Hicksville.
You're already on board.
Good evening again. My name is Ashley Lowe Chianese from Lowdown Expediting. My office is located at 131 Berkeley Place in Massapequa, New York. I am here this evening on behalf of my client, Thomas Petito, who is the president of FT Development LLC and is the owner of the subject property located at 48 Friendly Road in Hicksville. We are here this evening as a result of an application filed with the building department for a proposed reconstruction of an existing dwelling on a partial new and partial existing foundation. This property is located in an R17 zone, and this property is 6,500 square feet, so it is a substandard lot to begin with. The dwelling will include a kitchen, dining room, living room, guest bedroom, laundry room, and 3-piece bathroom on the first floor, as well as an attached garage. And on the second floor, there will be a master bedroom with walk-in closet and bathroom. I'm sorry, I thought that was me. 3 additional bedrooms, a main bathroom, and a family area.
And a what? Say that again? What was the last thing?
A main bathroom and a family area.
Oh, okay.
The proposed dwelling does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 31.28 feet, having a proposed front yard setback of 30.9 feet, for which we are requesting relief of just 0.38 feet. Additionally, the proposed side yard setback is 6.87, where 8 feet is required, for which we are requesting relief of 1.13 feet. As a result, the side yard aggregate is also affected, having a proposed aggregate of 17.6 feet, where the minimum required is 20 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 2.4 feet. We are also requesting relief for building coverage and FAR. The proposed work exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%, having a proposed building coverage of 27.79%, for which we are requesting relief of 2.79%, or 175.5 square feet. Finally, the proposed work exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area of 2,952.5 square feet, having a proposed GFA of 3,157.08 square feet, of which we are required relief of 204.58 square feet. There are no prior variances for the property. These are our only requests for the evening. I'm happy to answer any questions the board may have.
So this will become a 5-bedroom home?
Yes, there's a guest bedroom on the first floor.
Guest bedroom, first floor, 4 bedrooms upstairs. How many bathrooms?
There's one on the first floor and then a master bedroom on the second floor and a main bathroom on the second floor, so 3 total.
And then there's a family room upstairs as well?
It's an open family area when you come up the stairs. It's not enclosed.
Got it.
These are,
Elevations? Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Are there elevations we can look at?
Yeah, I would like to see elevations. Also, these are Levitt homes?
Yep.
These are Levitt homes?
Yes, so the existing, yes.
So there's no basement?
No.
But there are expanded homes on
That's why I want to see it too.
the block.
Yeah.
Here, I have,
This is fun, we got it, Sherry.
Michael?
Everyone's allowed to have one tonight.
Yeah.
Now you're done, that's it. This is the existing.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it looks like now.
Yeah.
You're keeping the
That's
garage,
good.
correct?
But
Yes.
if you look like at the house next door, they're bumped up
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
the rest of the neighborhood is already.
Yep.
yeah, then it could use some work.
Yeah, well, some of them got carried away in Levittown.
I know.
The one across the street has solar everywhere, like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, solar can be done very nicely sometimes. Not in all cases.
All right, anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up.
okay. Hi.
Good evening.
Would you just raise your right hand, sir?
Pardon me?
Will you just raise your right hand? You promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I certainly do. My name is John Claus. I live at 55 Friendly Road in Hicksville.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just concerned about this new building that's going to be going up. Is this going to be a regular, small building like there is now, or is this going to be a Taj Mahal type
It is
building?
not going to be a Taj Mahal type, that's why we looked at the.
Pardon me?
It's not going to be a Taj Mahal.
No.
That's why we looked at the
Okay, I was
elevations.
just, because I'm just wondering about the number of people that are going to be moving into the house and the number of vehicles that they're going to have. Of course, right now, I got a house next to me. The single-family house, the owner does not live there. It's rented out yearly to college students, which normally about 5 or 6 a year. So that's 5 or 6 cars on a roadway. Across the street, they have about 4 or 5 families living in a house. Single-family house, the owner does not live there. There's 1 car in the driveway, there's 3 more cars on the street. Next to that house, there's a single-family house, supposedly according to county records. Owner does live there occasionally. He's got 1 car dead on the grass. He's got 1 car dead on a driveway, with parts removed. He's got another car behind that that they had someone come in and remove all the drivable parts of the car to make it unusable. Plus, now the people that use the car at the house, they come in with about 4 or 5 cars. Eventually, it looks like a parking lot there.
I would suggest you call code enforcement on that guy, because he's repairing cars on his property, and you're not allowed to park a car on the grass. So I would call code enforcement on him. As far as the rest of the neighbors that you spoke of, I can't even tell you that this house is not gonna be rented, because people can rent a home. What they can't do is they can't divide it up into apartments and make it an apartment house.
I think
So-
they may be doing that because they have all these college students come in. Everybody has their own room.
But they're
I mean, it's all
living,
divided.
they're actually, they're living, they're living as one family. One kitchen, bathrooms, bedrooms, they're living like a family, they're just not related.
Maybe, we don't know.
Right, we don't know.
But code compliance could go out
And take a
and
look.
take a look. That's not this, all we can focus on, and by the way, thank you for your service.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
finish.
all we can focus, oh, I'm sorry, Rita.
That's okay.
All we can focus on is what's in front of us, which is this application for this home that basically wants to expand to put one more bedroom for their own. It is gonna be a new home, but it's essentially the same with just one additional bedroom.
Yeah, how much larger than the one that's there now?
Not that much larger. Would you like to see the elevations? You wanna see what it's gonna look like? We can show them to you.
I would like to see if that's possible.
Sure.
Could you see that gentleman right over there?
Michael has the
So
plans.
sorry, Rita, that was my fault. I didn't interrupt you.
I think there's another person who wanted to speak also.
Yes. We're gonna let you speak. Do you wanna see the elevations too? You might as well. I'm sorry? No, it's a picture of what it's gonna look like. You will understand it. You're not gonna be reading plans, just what it's gonna look like.
And we've had people come here to change the shape of the home. Oh, my God, yes.
Okay, thank you for hearing me.
Thank you, sir. Thank
What a
you for
mess.
coming down.
But it was a mess, I know.
Did you just raise your right hand, promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Kevin Blumhagen, B-L-U-M-H-A-G-E-N. M, B-L-U-M-H-A-G-E-N. Oh, I'm so sorry. You guys were talking to you.
And your address.
46 Friendly Road, actually next to the one they're gonna build right now.
Thank you, sir.
They said about the foundation and stuff like that being partial new and old. It's actually a really old foundation because he still has the heat in the floor because he was a friend of mine that lived there. So
really
it's
heat
not a
there.
new foundation that's there. It's actually really old, you know, I guess original, because I had that when I first moved in too. And then they actually, I know you guys are looking at 48 right now because like behind us on Spindle, they built a big master house like what they just did, what they're gonna do. They've got 6 spotlights in the back of the house, lights up everybody. And we have kids, it's like a family community in this neighborhood, and it doesn't go to the right people, you know, like I said, and these guys, people are gonna build up this big house now, and then it's like, we're gonna lose, we go outside and play, we're gonna lose our privacy, we're gonna lose, you know, the drainage from the rain's gonna come over, because it's gonna be a little bit bigger, you know, it's like safety and stuff like that, and, sorry, I'm a little nervous.
You're doing fine.
But usually my wife does all this, not me. But she's watching the kids. But the house that's been there, you know, like these are all original houses, and like I said, the community's nice and everything like that. When I did my house, I still got the 4 bedrooms. I added a second bathroom because we had 2 kids, so we had it, you know, we put a tub up there to watch the kids. The house just has an attic now, so we can actually store since there's no basement in these houses. But to build these big houses on this neighborhood is going to kill the community.
I don't disagree with you, but I, you know, they do need certain variances, and we are very well aware of what you are talking about, some of these massive homes that are being built with balconies sticking out of the front of them, and, you know, that is not what this is. And I appreciate your input, and we'll certainly take it into consideration when we vote.
Oh, well, thank you for your time. Like I said, I was
Thank you
a
for
little
coming
nervous,
down.
but thank you for everything. You guys have a great one.
You
Get
too,
on.
thank you. good?
Yeah,
Correspondence?
I don't.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing number 15, Appeal 26-177, Alice Thomas at 9 Howard Street, Hicksville.
Hi, Council Chief in the proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Dennis Oliver, 924 New Bridge Road, Belmore, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board.
Good evening.
As a previous state, Dennis Oliver. I'm the architect for Alice Thomas, 9 Howard Street, Hicksville, New York. Property located in an R16 zone, whose case we're hearing this evening. We're seeking permission to install a second kitchen for mother-daughter use and a reduction of parking from 3 cars to 2. As far as the mother-daughter use goes, my client bought the property in 2016. At that time, the second kitchen was present from the previous owner. She was not aware that she had to file for it again. Subsequent to that, she has received a notice of violation from the building department, from the town about the use, which is one of the reasons why we're here. The people that will be living in the house will be, in the main part of the house will be Alice and her son Osmond. In the accessory area will be her son Uskal. As far as parking goes, this is an older house. It's been there for quite a while. It's a little short on the front yard, so we can get 2 cars comfortably that comply with the setbacks and the sizes of parking spaces by the town. Can't get a third one that complies with the exact space size, but in a pinch, they can get 3 cars in that driveway if they have to. They do have 2 cars themselves, so it's not like they would need that third space. In addition to that, in front of the house, there's space between the 2 curb cuts for a third car to be parked. I have a consent letter signed by 7 of the 13 people on the mailing list. It should be noted that 3 of the people who signed it live directly across the street, and one of them is directly adjoining to the property.
Thank you.
And if the board has any questions.
Is your client aware of the conditions of having a parent-child, like no separate entrance for,
No 2 meters, no 2 doorbells, no 2
Right.
mailboxes.
right, and the inside, they're just, living like an
Like
open
a-
floor plan?
One family house, correct.
Yeah.
It is currently listed for rent, the home.
Currently listed for rent?
Yeah, on apartments.com, 9 Howard Street, right?
Yes. That is,
$3,500 a month. Beautiful 3-bedroom and split AC units.
That's a problem.
that's news to me.
That's a problem for your client.
Yes, it is. Could I take a minute to consult with my client if possible?
Yeah.
Great.
One of the young men there, they don't have an address on their license at the property. Their address is in New Hyde Park.
There goes that face again.
Maybe they should rent the apartment.
He's not having it.
My client has no idea. She has no idea who listed it, she didn't do it.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody want to be heard on this application? Come on up, ma'am. Mr. Oliver, would you have a seat for a moment?
Sure.
You can look at it, but then I need that back, Mr.
Can you just raise your right hand, promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Hi, my name is Linda Palumbo. I live 12 Terrace Place, Hicksville. Our backyards touch each other. I live in the house on 12 Terrace Place and object to the variance requested for the residents on Howard Street. Years ago, when the Howard Street property was last sold, I gave permission for a variance regarding its garage. This garage is right on our mutual property line. Since then, I have heard that not only is this property a rental, but this garage is being used for purposes other than housing vehicles, most likely living quarters. Moreover, the fence that separates our properties and belongs to the property owner has fallen into disarray and has not been replaced as requested on multiple occasions. When I signed the variance, part of the stipulation was that this fence had to be built because my backyard touches this building. Moreover, I have some pictures to show the property line with the garage. Years ago, I consented to a variance for a garage. I do not consent to the creation of a multiple dwelling property which will cause more congestion and degradation in the quality of life in our neighborhood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Take the pictures, thank you very much.
That's my property.
Okay.
That was built. That's where I believe people are living. This is the fence that she refuses to fix. That's the front of the house. And this is the sidewalk, so if they build out, you walk, you could almost touch the house as it is.
Okay, thank you.
So wait, did you say that you felt the garage was being used as habitable space? Did,
Years ago, there was somebody living in there because, again, it's right up against my property and I would see him going in and out. Also, when I asked her to repair the fence many times, she said, I can't fix the fence because A, she wasn't in the country, and B, she said, I can't do anything until I get rid of the tenant I have that hasn't paid me my rent in several months.
nice.
That was conversations over a phone.
I'm sorry.
So the fence is falling down, this garage is gonna be in my yard soon. And, do you have any questions? I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming down.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to keep the photos for part of the record, is that okay? Sure, thank you very much. Thank you.
Just make sure they get back to Susan.
Taking the neighbors' concerns into play. I don't think my client would have a problem making it a stipulation that she has to rebuild or repair the fence or replace the fence, if this would help obtain the approval. As far as anyone living in the garage, to the best of my knowledge, there are no facilities in that garage that would allow anyone to live in there. No bathroom, no kitchen. So that's the only answers I have for that.
All right, well, you know, we are going to look into this apartment rental further.
Mhm.
This will be placed on reserve. Also, one of the sons, you said
His address is new.
the license, his license is not,
Was New Hyde Park, yes,
Yeah.
he moved into the house, he has to change his
yeah,
license. So we can get that done and bring a copy down. for you.
okay. All right, any other correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 26-170, Maury Flack at 46 Colgate Drive, Plainview.
Yes, I do. Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing the Flax family, who seek several variances before you to expand their home with a garage addition and to build a pool cabana. Our first request is to permit a 1.5-story garage to be built on the north side of the home, attached to the home, and be 9.1 feet from the side yard in lieu of the minimum permitted 15 feet by code. In conjunction with this request, our second request is to permit 25.48-foot aggregate side yard instead of the 35 minimum required. The garage we're proposing is only 20 foot 3 inches wide on the interior, just enough for 2 cars, It will be set back 83 feet from Colgate Drive, as the home itself is 54.6 feet. Our third request is to permit an existing shed to remain at 6.6 feet off the side yard instead of the 20-foot minimum required. Our fourth request is to allow an existing driveway to remain 1 foot off the northerly side yard instead of the 20-foot. Our fifth and sixth and final request is to permit a pool cabana to exceed the allowable lot coverage of 15%, asking only 18.2%. We're lastly asking the board to allow a three-piece bath for convenience to be permitted in this cabana and a full cellar for storage. We have a consent form from the neighbor directly next door at 50 Colgate Drive, and a consent form from the neighbor across the street at 49 Colgate Drive. And the neighbor at 50 Colgate is actually the one on the garage side that we're proposing.
Thank you.
Are there going to be cooking facilities in this cabana?
No cooking facilities, just the bathroom, one big open space. There's an outdoor kitchen right next to it, which is completely uncovered and outdoors. Barbecue, that's it.
I think the concern is a three-piece bathroom plus a basement and an accessory unit.
Yeah.
What do you think about a two-piece bathroom?
It would be nice to have the three-piece bathroom to have the shower, but if that's a board's concern, then we could put maybe an outdoor shower with a
It is
cedar
a
enclosure.
concern.
That would be fine. And honestly, the basement, Mr. Flax is an avid golfer, and one day he would like to maybe have a golf simulator down there, which is a very popular thing.
Wouldn't.
Yeah, I've designed a few of them actually as accessory structures in some of the local villages, and it's quite popular, so.
All right, so I agree with my colleague about the two-piece bathroom. And listen, I know this neighborhood doesn't loan itself to that kind of use,
Yeah,
but I would feel more comfortable with a two-piece.
fair enough. We'll condition it with a two-piece bath, and if they'd like a shower, they could put an exterior outdoor shower.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hearing 17, Appeal 26-179, Morgan Froman at 16 Pearl Drive, Plainview.
Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and members of the board. My name is Linda Agnew of the law offices of Linda S. Agnew, PLLC. I represent the applicant, Morgan Froman, in connection with the requested relief tonight. With me this evening is the architect on the project, Josh Meyer of JAM Design Services, Inc. Well, I would like to hand up consent letters. I have 7 consent letters from neighboring property owners in connection with the application. Mr. Meyer is going to walk you through the actual request for relief for the side yard and rear yard variances. You know, I would like to point out to the board that this application does not seek a new use, an expansion, or an intensification of the property. It seeks to legalize the existing setback conditions and bring the property into zoning compliance. So with that, I'm going to introduce Mr. Meyer, who's going to walk you through the specifics of the application.
I'll just have to swear you in, sir.
Good evening.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes,
Name and address, please.
Josh Meyer, 1257 Udall Road, Bay Shore, New York.
Thank you, sir.
As Linda pointed out, we're here to discuss our pool and the pool patio that surrounds it. Right now, we're asking for relief for a side yard and rear yard. Side yard relief, the requirement is 8 foot. We're asking for relief of 5.8, which is a little deceiving. The property is skewed, the patio is skewed. So the front corner of the patio, we are asking for the 5.8. The rear of the patio does meet the 8-foot requirement. We are also asking for a rear yard. The rear yard requirement is 25, and we're reduced down to 17.8 for the patio and 19.8 for the pool. I guess we're in this, scenario because the pool was originally, detached, so it had different setback requirements. Now that it is attached, we have to follow the primary building's setback requirements, which kind of kicked us into this, proceeding. I would like to point out that the patio overall is about 1,000 square feet. We're only asking for 109 square feet of that actually projects into the required setbacks. A couple other points to touch on. They did replace, a pool that was an above-ground pool. This is a semi-in-ground, so the pool is lower now. The patio is lower than what the original pool deck was. They do have installed screening along the property line that this is encroaching upon. And I think that pretty much is it. If anybody has any questions, be happy to answer.
I just have a question. The consent, do we have a consent from the affected side yard neighbor?
We don't have a consent from the side yard. We do have the consent from the rear yard. I'm not aware of any opposition being filed by that property owner, and as Josh indicated to you, it's actually a benefit, to this neighbor because the pool's lower, the deck's lower. They've installed the additional screening, so there's adequate protection between the subject property and the neighbor that's affected by the side yard.
So I have a letter, I think, from that neighbor. I'm going to read it into the record. It is from Ronald Mann at 14 Pearl Drive, Plainview. I am the owner of the property adjoining the applicant's property at 16 Pearl Drive. I submit these comments solely to help ensure that the completed project complies with all applicable town and/or other municipal requirements and to protect the interests of all adjoining parties. I take no position on whether the requested variance should be granted. However, if the board approves the application, I respectfully request that any approval be expressly conditioned upon the swimming pool and all associated improvements being brought into full compliance with all applicable town of Oyster Bay codes, permit requirements, inspections, and any conditions imposed by the board and other municipal requirements. My comments are submitted solely to help ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations and to preserve the rights and interests of adjoining property owners. For the record, in late 2025, I placed approximately 1.5 to 2 cubic yards of topsoil near the shared fence line on my property to address drainage and flooding concerns on my property that I believe resulted from the elevated patio responsibility or liability for any present or future damage to my property arising from the swimming pool or any associated improvements. Thank you for your time and consideration. I sincerely wish the applicants success with their appeal and variance request. The pool is attractive and, in my opinion, enhances the surrounding neighborhood. If the board is satisfied that all applicable codes, permits, and inspections and conditions have been fully addressed, I believe it would be unfortunate for the variance not to be granted.
Sounds like a consent.
I'm not really sure.
If
we go.
He's a Libra.
It's a little in, a little out, I'm not exactly sure.
I had to read it twice.
But I just would note for the record, Madam Chairwoman, that is not the neighbor that's affected by the side yard variance, that's the neighbor on the other side of the property. So
Well,
just for what.
apparently he's had a problem with drainage, and I think that's probably what caused that letter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not aware of that, I can't speak to it, I'm not aware of any drainage issues, with respect to the property.
But obviously, you're going by all the codes and everything, which he is asking for, so.
Right.
Thank you.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be
Yes.
forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, have a good evening, everyone.
Decision or maybe not a decision. Half a decision.
Hearing 18, Appeal 26-202, Eric Michael Wahlberg at 10 Terry Lane, Plainview.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. I'm representing the Wahlbergs of 10 Terry Lane in Plainview. I just passed up some photos for the board. Mr. and Mrs. Wahlberg are seeking a variance to maintain a shed having less side and rear yard setback and for a proposed one-story addition exceeding the lot coverage. Mr. and Mrs. Wahlberg are proposing a one-story rear addition. This addition would be following the existing side yard setback of the house, which complies. The aggregate complies and the rear yard setback complies. Also, they are under the gross floor area. Presently, there's a deck where the addition will be going. This will be removed. The shed is only 49 square feet, which doesn't require a permit, but it doesn't have the required side and rear yard setbacks, and there is a fence in between the properties and shrubbery as the photos show. Sheds like these are quite common in this area. The homeowners did reach out to their abutting neighbor next to the shed in the addition at 12 Terry Lane, and they had no objections. They did mail in a letter of consent, but it didn't come in the mail as of yet. As the photos show, the house in excellent condition has always been well maintained.
Anybody have any questions? No. All right, so I have a letter here. I'm going to read into the record.
Okay.
This is from Angel Garcia, 23 Gerhard Road, Plainview. Opposition to variance application of Eric Michael Wahlberg, existing shed setbacks and one-story addition. Dear members of the zoning board, I am a neighboring property owner at 23 Gerhard Road, Plainview, and write to formally oppose the above referenced variance application. Unfortunately, I am unable to attend the public hearing in person, so I respectfully request that this letter be entered into the official record and considered by the board. The applicant seeks to allow a variance for an existing shed and a variance to construct a one-story rear addition while allowing the existing shed to remain. I urge the board to deny both variances. Under the required balancing test, the detriment to nearby properties and neighborhood outweighs any benefit to the applicant. The existing non-compliant shed and the proposed rear addition with excess building coverage will reduce privacy, light, and open space and negatively affect the character of the surrounding residential properties, including mine. Increased building coverage reduces permeable surface and open yard area, which can worsen drainage and stormwater runoff onto my property. The reduced setbacks also diminish the protective buffer intended by the ordinance. The applicant can achieve the desired benefit by reducing the size of the addition, relocating or removing the non-compliant shed, or redesigning the project to meet the required setbacks and coverage limits. The shed already violates both side and rear yard setbacks. Adding a rear addition that exceeds maximum building coverage significantly compounds the non-compliance. The existing shed was placed or maintained in violation of the setback rules, and the proposed addition is a voluntary choice that creates the coverage violation. For these reasons, I respectfully request that the board deny the requested variances. Granting them would set an undesirable precedent and undermine the purpose of the town's zoning regulations that protect residential neighborhoods in Plainview. Thank you for considering this written opposition in my absence. Please confirm receipt of this letter and include it in the official record. I would also appreciate being notified of the board's decision.
What's the address on that road?
23 Gerhard Road. I guess he's in the rear.
I'm just looking to see.
In regard to,
Go ahead.
in regard to the shed, it is up against the fence, but the fence is in on the applicant's property quite a bit. Maybe the owner in the rear doesn't realize that he has some property of the applicant's that he's using. In regard to the rear addition, it is going to be farther away from the existing house that's already there. It's not further encroaching into the rear yard. There's quite a bit of a rear yard. Over 36 feet, which the code is 25
So
feet
if-
rear yard setback.
So, so back to the shed, if the fence is not on the property line, maybe that shed complies.
No, it's still short, it's still short, and it's a 49 square foot shed, it could be moved. I could take it upon myself to withdraw that shed variance.
It's this one, Mr. Schumacher, all the way in the corner, next to the swing set?
Yeah, there's only one shed, yes, yeah.
I mean, there's
The swing set is bigger than the shed.
not to make your case for you, but there's an awful lot of trees. This is a
it-
contemporaneous picture
Yeah.
from this week?
That was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
I always take the pictures right away. But if you look at the site plan, you'll see that fence is in quite a bit. On the applicant's property. It's, maybe no one's aware of it, but, you know, there's no pool or anything involved, but it, you know, he's gaining the use of property from my client. And that's a small shed, it's a plastic shed.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
You know,
It
it's
is,
very
that's
common, and I
ridiculous.
don't even think it's higher than the fence. There's a
It's not.
6-foot fence around
It's
there.
not- yeah.
And I deliberately take pictures so the board can see the property very clearly.
appreciate that.
We
Yes,
do.
You know,
do.
fences and et cetera, whatever, you know?
I know some other applicants that are copying you now,
Well,
and taking pictures.
they should, they should. And
should, you're
also, you can see that addition is further away from the neighbor in the rear than the existing house. So it's not further
You're not
encroaching.
encroaching further on the.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
North side yard.
No, no, no other side yard. And then neighbor that is on the number 12, Terry Lane, he did sign a consent letter, but it's probably in tomorrow's mail. You know, they mailed it unfortunately,
All right.
but he had no objections.
Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too, thank you. Hearing 19, Appeal 26168, 210 TZ Property LLC at 210 Crossways Park Drive in Woodbury.
Hi,
Hi, good evening.
counsel true to these proceedings. Your name and address, please.
John Ricotta, 1 Park Avenue, R. Sure. No, I'm not. I'm actually from NYU, Langone Health. John Ricotta, R-I-C-O-T-T-A. Okay. 1 Park Avenue, New York, New York, 10016. Thank you. Okay, do you need the affidavit?
If you have, that would be great. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
As I mentioned, I am an employee of NYU. I am a director for design and construction, so I'm here on behalf of NYU Langone Health. This is for 210 Crossways Park Drive. It's in a light industrial zone. We are leasing about 19,000 square feet in a 25,000 square foot one-story building. We're here this evening to ask for a variance on the setback for a canopy over the entrance. The required setback is 50 feet from the property line. We're requesting a setback of 39 feet so that we would have a canopy roughly about 12 feet from the face of the building out. It is required, it is in Article 28 for the practice that we have. It's going to be radiation oncology, so we're treating our cancer patients at this facility. And as part of our DOH, or Department of Health requirement, it is required to have some shelter for patients when they're waiting to be picked up. The owner did put in a drop-off drive in front of the building on our behalf, so that the canopy would actually be part of that drop-off and pick up for patients as they wait, for either family members to pick them up or access a ride. Okay.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Next up is hearing number 20, appeal number 26-181, Adam Feinberg at 22 Calvin Avenue in Syosset, New York. Sorry, I didn't realize you got up.
Good evening once again. Here representing the Feinberg family, who seek 2 variance requests before you to build a primary bedroom suite on the 2nd floor. We're also wishing to amend specific plan variances 93-227, 06-41, and 15-102. Our first request is to permit a 2nd floor addition to be built directly in line with the existing 1st floor addition for a new primary bedroom suite. We will not be altering any of the setbacks that exist already. We're asking to allow a 22.48 aggregate in lieu of the 25 minimum required. Lastly, we're requesting only 308 square feet over the allowable 3,650 square foot total, asking for 3,958 total gross floor area. That's it.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hearing 21, Appeal 26-190, John Isgro at 40 Glenwood Road, Glen Head.
I usually have them grouped up at the end of the night, right? So, seems to be my
We
thing.
won't let that happen again.
Here again tonight representing the Iskro family who seek to build a two-story addition. Our only request related to this is to permit only 239.3 square feet over the allowable 3,219.18, a very minimal request in gross floor area. Lastly, we seek to maintain two small sheds in their current location, 2.92 feet off the easterly property line instead of the 3-foot minimum required.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. You're busy tonight. Busy.
Last
Hearing
but
number
not-
22, Richard and, Appeal 26-165, Richard and Jennifer Whirl at 72 Bayville Road, Locust Valley.
Lastly, here representing the Worley family, in a part of doing a front yard project, they're expanding their driveway, they're creating two curb cuts. We got approval from the county on Bayville Road for the 239F. Lo and behold, the driveway was poured, and it's 1 foot closer than the 10-foot, so we're asking for a 9-foot setback.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up.
My future lawyer here.
Okay, would you raise your right hand? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Can you give your name and address, please?
Sure. My name is Janet Shabhuddle, and I own SCHABHUTL.
Thank you.
First name Janet. Okay. I live at I own 78 Bayville Road. I am the immediate neighbor to the north of the subject's property. I've lived in that house since 1998, or I bought the house in 1998. I've lived in the Locust Valley, Glen Head area since 1968. So I hate to say this, but I'm an old timer and I know the neighborhood. This variance that I received states, asks to allow the existing driveway having less side yard setback than permitted by law. So I guess the first question I have is, what do you mean by existing? As the lawyer or the representative here has said, they began a project maybe 9 months ago, and the house back in 1950s had a one curb cut driveway, straight right into their garage. Without permits or variances, they decided to change the driveway. So instead of being, a single pull like every other house on Bayville Road, they decided, I'm gonna have a circular driveway. So I'm not sure what this particular request is asking for. Are you using the word existing to mean what they did since December 2025 without permits or variances or any other thing? Or are you looking at what truly should be there? And I have pictures that I pulled off this afternoon from Nassau County Land Reviewer, or whatever it's called, Lands Records Reviewer or whatever. And it will show you a picture of their project. And you will be able to see the evolution, which I think is kind of important because I think you need to know, what do they mean by existing? Do they mean existing as it should be because they didn't get the they didn't get the permits, which is not my fault, or what it is right now. And they went ahead and they did stuff without permits.
They did, and it's existing, and that's what it means.
Okay, so he's asking for a one foot, as part of his presentation, he brought up 1 foot. I live on the opposite side of the house, on the opposite side. I live on the north side. The 1 foot is on the south side. I'm on the north side. So when you look at the plans that were submitted, I don't know if y'all have this, y'all, okay. It's showing that it's 5.17 feet from my property line. In this, in zone R110, you're required to have 10 feet. Now, if you go and you try to look at what is the underlying purpose and what is Bayville Road and what's around Bayville Road and why do they have this rule in place, it becomes pretty obvious. They have this rule in place because, number one, there's a school across the street. They have it for safety. Let's see, Bayville Road is the main thoroughfare that you take to go to Bayville and in Center Island and every other town north of Locust Valley. You can't just arbitrarily, I want a circular driveway. I'm gonna have a circular driveway. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put curb cuts in. I'm gonna take out 80 feet of concrete curb and put in Belgian block. Remove, I don't know, 400 trees, 300 trees, gut the property without permits.
Man, we are here for 1 foot of a driveway, that's it. That's
What
all
about what-
we're not
what-
here to discuss his entire project, it's not
Okay,
before
well,
us.
Then I guess the question that I have is, what, are we gonna have a separate hearing for the side of the driveway that impacts me? The new part of the driveway that I never agreed to?
That's not before us.
So are you saying that?
If it
they're-
is- if it
So they're
is-
gonna take this part of the driveway off? Because that's what's not compliant. It's not 1 foot.
I'm going to let the architect speak and answer all your concerns.
Okay, because, does anyone want to see what the house looked like, the front pool?
I don't care about the house at
Or
all.
what? Okay,
It's not before us.
that's fine, and that's perfect. But what I want to talk about is my side and how it impacts me, and how it impacts my value, and how it impacts my site distance, and how it impacts the way that the apron is what do you call it? Arched. And so my car can smack into his car, and it impacts the way that I may want to, in the future, deal with my property and my driveway. So, with that,
Does she have pictures of the driveway itself?
Do you have pictures of this driveway?
yes,
I would like to see them. Thank you.
I'll take them, please. Thank you
so
very much.
this is the picture, and the little spur here. My house is here.
Right.
So prior to this project that was undertaken, 8 months ago, it was just this.
Understood.
And so that little spur is what I'm,
Thanks.
I don't have a problem with the south side with the 1 foot. I have the problem with the spur that was just added without.
Ask us to talk about that. I mean,
Thank you.
if it's wrong, it's wrong.
So you want this for the record now, or do you give it back? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Me too.
And
Sure.
I don't know if you want to.
Okay.
I always think of pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Thank you.
It is, I don't know what that means. All right, ma'am, you want to have a seat, and I'll have Mr. Khan come and speak about some of your concerns.
I thank the neighbor for coming down, but basically our project request stands. We're just asking for 1 foot out of the 10-foot side yard setback. All the curb cuts in the street have been approved by the county with the 239F. That's not, again, before this board. Mr. Worley, property's beautiful. He just spent $6,000 in landscaping. It's immaculate.
So it's just one side of the driveway that doesn't comply?
That's, yes,
Not even all of the driveway, just one section.
yeah, just one section.
Okay.
It's been before the,
Nope.
it's been before the plans examiner, and this is why we're here.
Okay. I'm going to speak to you. You can't come back and speak. You're done. But I'm going to tell you that if this whole plan went through the Town of Oyster Bay Department of Planning to be reviewed, there is no violation on your side. If there was, he would be here asking for a variance for it.
One last thing, North Coast Civil did all the engineering, the driveway, all the elevations, the gradings. I mean, everything was worked out beautifully. So,
But the variance is on that neighbor's side, correct?
not on her side, on the opposite side.
Opposite side.
Yeah, on the south side of the property. She lives on the north side of the
Got it,
property.
okay.
And her driveway is actually 50 feet, about 50 feet away from this
So I can
property.
show Mr. Goodman up here, on this side, up in here.
Yeah, this is the setback we're asking for, and she lives over here.
Don't you knock that sign off.
Okay, well, she is near that spot. Got it. The variance is not at the road.
Not at the road,
Back,
back at the house.
Understood.
Because he's saying it doesn't.
It's not this part is for the variance.
Oh, so how come?
It's not at the road.
It's not at the road, no, it's
No.
all the way back up into the property.
And where's the neighbor's house who's speaking to us
She's
now?
over here.
She's on, sorry,
Yes.
She's over here.
On Feeks,
So
okay.
this is where the 9-foot is,
Yes,
but then it's legal down here.
it's not the curb cuts.
Closer to the street, I don't know. I don't know all the like zoning exceptions and stuff.
Mr. Khan, I think that this should be re-reviewed.
Okay.
And be put on reserve decision,
Okay,
okay? And you'll be in contact with that department,
yes, okay.
all right? I have to have the questions answered.
I think, yeah, I understand.
Sir, you can, yes, come on up.
Sworn in.
Promise to tell the truth of the proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, sir.
Richard Worley, 72 Bayville Road.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening.
So what exactly is the concern at this
It looks,
point?
the concern, the variance for the 1 foot is on the right-hand side, it's not on her side?
Correct.
The concern is where the driveway does come close to her property at the street.
Here.
Right, so these were submitted to the county. We had revised plans done by North Coast Civil, and there is maybe a foot of the apron that needs to be changed. I didn't want to make any changes. I haven't even poured the asphalt yet and finished the driveway, because until we got the final approval from you guys, I haven't touched anything. The mason that did the initial work didn't realize there was a 5-foot setback or 6-foot setback, whatever it was. So he went over it by a foot on that side as well. So that 1 foot, we have to have the mason remove, and we're in compliance with the county.
Got it.
Just so you know, though, the county can give approval for curb cuts, that's
Right,
their-
and they
That's
did.
what they do.
Right, they
But they
did.
don't do zoning. So they, you know, they don't know side setbacks.
Right, but
They don't-
the
they just-
engineers did, so when they submitted those plans for the curb cut, they submitted with
Well,
a
I
foot.
think before you finish pouring, it has to go back to zoning and be looked at again. I don't want to see you spend any more money and then have to rip something out.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing, though. I already know I have to spend more money to have things ripped out to be in compliance with zoning,
Yeah.
because that's what I paid the engineers for.
Okay,
I'll explain to him what you're saying.
okay. All right, so this case is going to go on reserve, and you'll be in contact with Ms. Cloninger, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good.
Yeah. You come on up.
Yeah.
I want
Maybe it's
to,
just-
well, I want to speak to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. This case is not going to be decided, all right?
Yep.
It's going to go back for review.
Okay.
That's it.
That's fine.
And you will be notified
Okay.
of our decision.
I appreciate that. I guess, I went and I looked at the rules, Town of Oyster Bay rules, and what I can't understand, and maybe someone at the Town of Oyster Bay can clarify this for me. We have a 10-foot setback on the right side, right?
Both sides, 10 feet.
But, yeah, and the picture only shows 5.17.
Well, that's what we're questioning.
And so that's 43%. It's not like 1 foot, a teeny bit. Yeah, so that's why I'm here.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming down.
Thank you.
And it is
I
going
just-
to be further reviewed.
Thank you. Thanks for your patience,
welcome.
especially at this late hour.
Hearing number 20.
Thanks for
we have to
coming down.
close.
Good night.
You good to do, you
Uh,
can, correspondence?
yeah, correspondence.
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends lawful determination.
Motion,
Decision.
public hearing is closed, decision will be forwarded to you by our office. Next hearing.
Hearing 23, Appeal 26 dash.
Wait, Holly needs a break.
She needs a
Oh,
break.
yeah, it is 9 o'clock, I'm sorry.
Break.
Break time.
Break.
I need to go outside a little bit.
For those that weren't here at the beginning of the evening, we're taking a 5 to 10 minute break so our stenographer can rest her fingers.
Consent letters. Yeah. Oh, I think you're talking about the book. All right, so this is.
Okay, you want me to call? Okay. Hearing 23, Appeal 26-191, Joseph Grimaldi at 63 Walnut Avenue, East Norwich.
Good evening, Madam Chairman and members of the board. For the record, my name is James Murphy with the law firm of Murphy & Lynch, located in East Norwich, about 2 blocks from the subject property. This evening, we represent Joseph Grimaldi III, who's here this evening along with his wife, in support of their application for 2 variances, hopefully from this board. One relates to a detached garage, and the other relates to a request for a 1-story extension to the home. In addition to the Grinaldis being here this evening in support of this application, we also have Anthony Lamb, one of the partners of Lamb & Lamb Design, which prepared the plans which have resulted in this application this evening. The subject property itself is known, as just mentioned, 63 Walnut Avenue in East Norwich. It's on Section 16, Block 3, Lot 4 of the Land and Tax Map of Nassau County, and consists of 13,000 square feet, 100 by 130. It's in the 1I-7, which obviously, as you know well, requires a minimum of 7,000 square feet. In order to expedite the balance of this evening and not to take up any unnecessary time from you, I'd like to introduce at one time 5 exhibits, copies of which I've had prepared to be submitted to each one of you, in addition to these 5 that I'd like to give to Susan now.
Thank you.
These 5 exhibits, which you will be soon seeing, consists of, 1, the deed in which the Grinaldis acquired this property on March 13th of 2024. The second document is the Genesis card from the Nassau County Department of Assessment, which reflects that on page 1 and 2 of this tax card, that the subject property was built in 1926. And the third exhibit is 4 photographs, one on the front of the property and 3 photographs on the rear in the backyard. And additionally, the last exhibit is a radial map, which depicts the location of those 7 consenting neighbors to assist you in recognizing where they are situated vis-a-vis the Grinaldi property. For the particulars of the application, I would like to discuss first the garage, which, as I noted a moment ago, was built in 1926 rather, and which is the reason why, up to date, it is qualified as a pre-existing non-conforming structure because, as you know, COs were being issued by way of commencement in 1943 rather, from the building department. And but as soon as one wants to make a change to the property, that puts into challenge the pre-existing non-conformance of a particular structure. The rear setback of this garage is 2.7 feet, and as this board knows, the code requires a distance of 3 feet. As a consequence, we're some 3 inches short, which constitutes a 10% variance request from this board. The second, and I should mention that the combination of this garage structure as well as the extension that's proposed and the roof dome patio accordingly results in, the combination thereof results in this board considering granting variances for the gross building coverage as well as that is the maximum gross, and the floor area ratio of, or rather amount. So combination of needing assistance from this board with regard to both the building coverage as well as the gross floor area. Now, the home itself, being built, as I mentioned, in 1926, consists of 3 bedrooms on the second floor, and no bedrooms on the first floor, and the extension provides for an additional bedroom, transforming this 3-bedroom home into a 4-bedroom home, along with certain amenities that are in harmony with the 21st century. That is a family room, a kitchen, and dining area, because one of the benefits, if this board should look favorably on this application, is that the Grinaldis have been blessed with frequent and somewhat, on occasion, extended visits from their parents and therefore the grandparents of their 2 children. And the grandparents have difficulty getting up the stairs for a bedroom on the 3rd floor, and there's really no bedrooms for them up there because they have 2 children and themselves. So that an additional bedroom on the extension that's proposed would be most helpful for their family, as well as for anyone who might subsequently be purchasing the property, presumably decades from now. The second point I'd like to make relates to the maximum building area, which, as this board knows well, is 25% in this zoning district. And pursuant to another exhibit I'd like to introduce, which I believe may be part of your record, but I'm not certain, and that's the notice of rejection, in which it states, pursuant to the 3 chapters of 246, with regard to the variances that are needed and the computations regarding such. So I'd like to hand this up right now, as well as have copies distributed to all of you for easy reference. In this notice of rejection, we are in harmony with regard to the good works of the building department in terms of determining the distances with regard to the garage in terms of the rear yard setback, as well as the maximum building coverage of not only being 25%, as I said, but this application is 0.97% over the 25% allowable, which would result, if this board would act favorably, in a 3.8% variance determination. The third item that's on that notice of rejection is a more challenging one, to the extent that we are in agreement that the maximum permitted pursuant to the determinations of the building department is, for gross floor area, is 4,010 square feet. What we need from you in particular is assistance as follows. The numbers, there's an ant crawling over here. The notice of rejection indicates 5,582 square feet as opposed to the permitted 4,010. What we would like to see is, with regard to, and a reason for that, is that the roofed-over patio in the backyard is calculated as part of the gross floor area. And if this roofed-over patio were simply a patio, it would not be included in the gross floor area. And additionally, what may very well have happened is that the garage is also considered as a floor area, although there's an exception with regard to the village code that the first 400 feet of a detached garage are not included. In any event, not contesting, and certainly I would be the last to throw anyone under the bus with me, because I'm always under the bus. My name is Murphy, and I live daily the Murphy's Law, so that's my own personal reality. We would like to see this board, to pursuant to its authority to do so, to amend the decision to allow, by way of a variance, the patio in the rear to have a roof over, because of, although there are some who deny such, we do suffer, I believe, from climate change, and a number of entertainment programs that were backyard scheduling by the Grinaldis had to be canceled because of rain. And therefore, because the Grinaldis are much in favor of and participate in a lot of entertainments in their home, a roof-down patio would be of great assistance to them, as well as, of course, they would like to have some place for grandma and grandpa to sleep rather than on a couch on the first floor. And that is basically where we are at the moment. I have, off the record, 67 other exhibits, but I'm going to spare you those. And me.
Mr. Murphy, thank you.
I'm just saying. By the way, off the record again, I charge by exhibits, that's why I have 67.
I'm sure Mr. Grimaldi would prefer you not.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If the board has any questions, I'll do my best to field them. But we also have, as I said, Mr. Lamb here, as well as the Grinaldis, to answer questions that I'm not qualified to respond to.
I think you did an amazing job
Yes.
with your presentation, so I don't have any questions.
I don't
Does
either.
anybody else?
Nope.
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
By the way, off the record, this board is well known for its patience and professionalism.
Really? That's very nice. Thank you. I
That could
appreciate
be
that.
also be on the record, I'm just saying.
I like it on the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 24, Appeal 26-230, Megan Jacob at 55 Florence Avenue, Oyster Bay.
Beautiful neighborhood.
Counsel of truth during this proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Louis Baldino, 1772 Route 106, Syosset, New York. Madam Chairwoman, members of the board, good evening. First off, let me thank you on behalf of the owners, Mr. and Mrs. Jacob,
and myself for expediting this application. The Jacobs purchased the house 3 or 4 months ago? April? It's been vacant since July of last year. It's an estate sale, it's in disrepair, it's subject to water infiltration every time it rains. Excuse me. And the neighbors are getting restless. So I will present the areas that we are seeking relief from with an explanation of each. First being, the proposed enclosed porch does not have the minimum required average front yard setback of 25 feet. We are proposing 24.5. That's the existing setback of the current porch right now. So we're only enclosing it. Number 2, the proposed 2-story addition and roof-over platform with steps to grade does not have the minimum required average side front of 21 feet. We are proposing, at the worst case, 3 feet to the steps that lead to a side front yard porch. The house that Nassau County has was built in 1930. I have an aerial of 1926, and the house and the garage were in its current location. So that means this house was built without the benefit of zoning or any COs back then. That leads us to this problem. The existing dwelling is 6 feet from the side front yard, facing Melbourne, and our addition will maintain that. However, the steps leading to an open stoop that is creating the encroachment to 3 feet from the property line. Melbourne is a dead-end street, so it's very beneficial to have a side yard entrance, side front yard entrance there for the residents. They can come right into the proposed kitchen addition. Number 3, encroachment of eaves and gutters, which follows suit with all of our proposed additions. Number 4, proposed 2-story addition, patio, and enclosed porch exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 28%. We are proposing 37. The patio is not part of the lot coverage calculations, as it is on grade. Also, the garage was not mentioned, but it is included in my calculation. I'd like to bring to the board's attention, on the upper left-hand corner of sheet A100 on the plans, there is a drawing titled number 3, gross floor area calculations. The first floor has a total of 1,977.73. To the right, on the same page, you will see a zoning data chart. On the bottom of the chart, you will see building area calculation. By mistake, a larger value was entered under the dwelling tab of 2,328. And the value of you could also see the garage was entered there. Therefore, with this corrected calculation, we actually lower the building coverage to 32.7%, not the publicly noticed 37.
Can't fix that.
What's that?
I mean,
Take the bigger number.
It's a lesser number. It's a lesser number.
Right.
Yeah.
But unless you have a problem with it, I would take the bigger number, because if they come up with something different, if the board goes with you,
Okay.
and the building department comes up with something different, they're gonna send you back,
Okay,
unless you have a problem with it.
no, I was gonna say the
Okay.
same thing. Stick with the bigger number.
okay, very good, fair enough. Number 5, the proposed 2-story addition and enclosed porch exceed the maximum permitted gross floor area of 2,800 square feet. We are proposing 3,544.5 .63. I'd like to submit.
Thank you.
What I'm submitting to you is the existing first floor and second floor plans. And Madam Chairwoman, when I'm done, you're probably gonna ask me to keep the higher number as well, so.
Again, another one?
Another one. I could let it go, it's less than what we're asking for. Okay?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Mr. Jacob and Mrs. Jacob, obviously, they don't live in the house now. So they went to go speak to some neighbors. Unfortunately, they couldn't get, not all the neighbors were there at the time that they were visiting. They did have verbal communications with the resident to the west, and they expressed no concern. Resident to the south, the adjacent neighbor, they spoke, they were happy their work is being completed, they just were not able to show them the plans. The neighbor across Melbourne Street, on the north side of Melbourne Street, which is the most affected, because they will see the broad side of the addition and the stoop, that's 3 feet from the property line. We have a consent letter from that neighbor.
Thank you.
I apologize for my voice tonight, Board. That completes my case.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? I gotta ask. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, since we had a break, we're gonna vote.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, man, paper. All right. You ready, Holly?
Yes.
Okay. Hearing number 2, appeal number 26-112. I will move it.
I'll second.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 26-159. I have a note here, bathroom bathroom and counter out, code to inspect. So we,
Oh, this is the one that was on the rental market?
no?
No?
No, but it had,
Oh, the
a
cellar.
bathroom.
Right,
and a
right,
ce-
right.
Yeah, and he was denied a cellar entrance
No, this was
before.
denied
Yeah,
by the board.
yeah.
He was aware of that when he purchased this property.
Right.
Money was held in escrow. And he's asking us, the applicant at the time had a right, if they didn't agree with our decision, to bring an Article 78 proceeding and challenge our decision. They did not do that. They're not coming back with any new facts that would support any change in the determination of this board as it's at in May of 2025. I think we should deny it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I hate to do it to them because, but I think that, first of all, his lawyer gave him terrible advice to go ahead with this, but I think that it's blatant that it was our will to not have a basement entrance there, and there it is. And now they want to come back and ask us to approve it. So I will poll the board. Lisa?
Denied.
Kathy?
Denied.
Rebecca?
I feel differently. I would have voted to approve. I do think there's a change in circumstance. It's a new owner. I believe that we had problems with the previous owner, that unless I'm crisscrossing two different cases. You know, to me, it is is a hardship. They had, you know, it seemed like to me that they are trying to do the right thing and legalize. But again, I am comfortable being the dissenting vote. I do
You
not have to.
absolutely can be.
Yep, not a problem.
I agree with Rebecca, actually.
Okay.
I would agree if he didn't know about it when he purchased the home, but he was well aware that there was no permit for those stairs when he bought the home.
I was in the
and he-
history of this, may I comment?
Yes.
Renee Blitz was the old owner. She was blatantly renting this out. We had her in court for months. She kept not showing up for court. It was quite a nightmare. The code was dealing with this woman. She ended up leaving the country. She was terrible. Somehow this gentleman, he's been in my office 4 times. Somehow this gentleman got involved in this. She put the property up for sale and I guess sold him a bag of goods that this was all gonna be legalized, showing him documents, how she went to the zoning board of appeals. There was no decision, it was on reserve for a while, they were waiting for court. It was this whole big scene, to be honest. And he bought it, and he bought the property. So what he was trying to say, he wasn't articulating well to you, is that he's willing to remove the bathroom.
Right.
He understands that what she did has put a black cloud on that property, and he doesn't care about the bathroom. He's willing to remove that completely. You know, he said that to me, and the son, I don't know that they articulated that. Whatever you want to do, but I just wanted to understand.
There definitely was an apartment down there, for sure.
100% there was, that's why she was in court. There definitely was.
But if he would remove it, I also got the impression that the escrow, like, she was supposed to leave an escrow, but she didn't leave an escrow, they can't find the escrow. That's the impression I got. I don't know whether that was
I
true.
had the same impression,
Yeah.
that this is somebody that got a little bit rough,
Over their head.
ran roughshod over. He seemed like he's trying to do the right thing. They're willing to take out the bathroom. This is, again, it's just my 2 cents.
No, it's true. Okay, so if they take out the bathroom, we can condition it to take out the bathroom. Take it out.
He'd have to submit plans, he'd have to get a plumbing,
It's
you know,
still
there'd be
gonna
a plumbing
cost him.
inspector. He'd have to have a plumber come in, everything would have to be capped and removed completely, if that's what you.
Yeah, but it wouldn't cost them nearly as much as removing a cellar entrance.
I don't like, listen, I don't like having to, this one just irks me though, because it was denied.
Yeah,
And he knew it. He knew going in that,
We're undermining our previous decision, and also, listen, if that's what happened to him, I certainly feel for him. He went in eyes open, but beyond that, I just don't accept the concept that this is necessary for safety. An egress window does the same thing. This has allowed an apartment.
yep.
That's the history of the property.
I'm still not understanding how they were living there for 2.5 years, and it was only denied in 25. So he was well aware that, he was living there.
Was it denied under him before, or was it under the other people? Was it denied
Denied
under
to the other
her?
owner, but she must have been renting him the house then. So was he renting the house? She brings a good point, 2.5 years, he said he was living there, so.
We didn't have findings, because I had no
Me too.
attorney. The decision never went out. It was a complete.
Oh, so it was done before that, but the decision went out later.
It sounds to me like, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I normally would never say anything. I happen to live across the street from them. So I know that they aren't renting or anything, that they're a legit family. I know that much, that's all I know. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
they're gonna-
How long have they been living there?
Happen after, so I'm
Yeah.
not making a decision for you, but it was like.
How long have they been living there?
They've been there for about.
Right, I remember that,
2
yeah. So in
years?
other words, this was done when she was there,
Got the
but
votes
it
to
didn't
fail
come
it,
out
so
before.
I think it's gonna be a denial based on, would you mind polling again, Madam Chair?
Lisa?
I still don't like it. I feel that if we have them remove the bathroom, what's to say in a few years that they won't put it back? I don't know.
It runs with the land. It is, I hate to put the hardship on them, but I'm not changing my vote.
Okay.
Okay, Lisa, you to deny?
Yep. I'm saying deny.
Can we ask them to do an egress window, leave the bathroom, and
They can, if they,
Leave the bathroom, you can't say anything about the bathroom if you deny the cell entrance. They have to cross cell entrance.
they have to, okay, we couldn't ask them to put an egress window in instead of
Well, they'll have
close.
to put something.
Yeah.
Do you know, can they get in from the house? Well, they still have to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
an
yeah.
egress, but, yeah.
All right, so it looks
Okay.
like you've got 3-2 denial.
I move,
4-2.
I'm gonna
4
move
to
it.
2 denial.
Brian?
Where are you?
I'm with Rebecca, I'm okay with it, actually.
Kathy?
I would rather remove the bathroom.
This could be 3-3.
I don't know what to do. I feel bad for them.
No.
Okay, so
Okay, so three,
So
I'm gonna pass
Lois
it.
is a yes,
Rebecca's a yes. Is that right? Rebecca?
Rebecca's a yes.
I'm a yes.
Kathy,
I'm gonna pass it. I'm just gonna.
you're a yes?
Only
That's
because
3
we
to
learned
3.
of all the background.
3-3.
So, so now what?
To be honest with you.
Do we have to have Flo here when he comes? Make it,
No, he can't,
Can't,
he
he
wasn't
can't.
at the
You
hearing.
can't review the record and then,
I just brought the transcript.
what is the,
Order the
do-
transcript.
how does it work if there's a tie? What do they,
Order the transcript.
Guess what the transcript is for, we'll have to review.
was that what they do it, or is, like, does one denial take precedent over, or is no, like,
You think I carry extra weight?
I don't know if, you know, if anything, how would, you know. Okay.
I think let Flo review it and then have him vote and off the record, and then it'll be a denial, so.
Yeah, probably will be.
Okay, I'll order the transcript, I'll send an email tomorrow, and we'll just keep it right here for now, no decision.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for hearing me out, guys.
No, it was a good point.
I get it, and I
Yeah.
do, but these basement entrances are, they're just causing us problems. It's-
Okay. Let's motor through. That was a long time, gee whiz. Rita.
Hearing number 4, appeal number 26-163. For consents, who wants
Yeah,
to move this?
I'll move that.
Lois?
Second.
Lois and Rebecca, all in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes
Aye.
have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 26-220. There was some,
Yeah, the height.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think she will, too.
Yeah.
Hearing number 6, appeal number 26-221.
We put this on reserve
Reserve,
also.
sightline.
Okay.
6 is reserved.
Hearing number 7, appeal number 26-176. Oh, Helen, I'm gonna move this.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 26-180.
Okay, so this is Suffolk Avenue, and this is the shed that's built off the house.
I have a question mark on this one.
Because it was 2.5 feet, that's what's left between their property line and the shed. And the shed is built off the house.
Right, and he's got, what, 4 feet on the other side, right?
Yeah, he's tight on the other
Yeah.
side. They're compromised on both sides. But the 2.5 is almost not passable.
All right,
the
how do you feel about this, Lisa?
This is the guy that
Sure,
they
you
had the
can move
problem with,
shed.
right?
I mean, it might not,
No, it's built
Oh, it's
on.
built on
It's
the house.
attached
nailed
to the house.
And they said it's gonna be, you know, an
Start with you.
Yeah, look, I
I
just
don't
don't,
You don't,
I don't see the need for this. I mean, buy a shed, build a shed. You don't build a shed onto your house when it comes that close to the neighboring property.
all right, so,
Doesn't conform.
I think they bought it this way. Isn't this the case where
Yeah,
they
they
said-
bought it this way.
Said that they're waiting, you know, they can't close, or they can't do something?
yeah,
They
because
need the,
They
prim-
need
they need
money
the
in
They need
COs
everything
from
CO,
us,
yeah, the COs
so
on
he
it.
can go
So we can
forward.
close, so they can go
But
forward
now he's
with
gonna
it.
go forward with this thing hanging off the side of the house. It's never gonna get corrected. But
I don't find it that egregious myself.
Me either. I'd rather than have a vacant house because they can't afford to move
Right,
in.
yeah, they're gonna
Okay.
fix the place up, and they're gonna make it look better.
Okay, so I'll stick with my decision, but then you poll the board.
Lisa?
That's,
I'll grant it.
Rebecca?
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
All right.
Okay.
Brian?
I'll move it.
No.
Brian's a no.
I'll second.
No,
Lisa
Kathy
second.
said, you said yes to it, didn't you? Or said no?
She said no.
I said no. I
I thought you
4-2.
said I'll pass it.
Carries.
I don't know.
4-2
Oh.
carries.
So what does that mean?
What?
Kathy, yes
two
or no? I
no's,
wanna go
two.
home.
No, I think
So you're a
it's-
no,
I think
you're a
it's
yes?
problem. Lisa
You're a
was
yes?
Yes.
I'm a yes?
I'm a
Yes.
yes.
And he's a no. So Kathy's a no,
Rita moved it,
and I moved it.
and I
I'll second.
Lisa
Yeah,
seconded it.
it carries.
Okay.
Rita moved it.
Hearing number 9, appeal number 26-171. This was okay.
Yes, the
Yes, this is fine. I'll move it.
Kathy will
Second.
move it, Brian will second, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 0826. This was a parent-child, yeah, I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 26-175. There was a lot here, but it's not a lot, it's just,
No, most of
They
them are little.
have letters of consent,
yeah.
and they,
You want to move it, Kathy?
yes, I will.
I'll second.
Lisa will second, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 26-182.
Okay, Beth Page.
We were all right with the
Yeah.
Oh,
specs,
yeah,
right?
this was the
Yes.
young girl who came in,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this was fine, I'll move this.
Rebecca
I'll second.
and Kathy, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 26-161.
This is the one I spoke to you about, it's
All
on,
the cement.
it used to be a GB, and now
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
right,
yes.
downtown development special
Commercial.
district
Yeah.
thing.
Commercial, there's
I'll
only two
move this.
houses on the
I'll
block.
second this one.
Second.
Rebecca and Brian, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 26-167. I didn't have a problem with this one either. I didn't think it was a bad application.
It's a modest addition,
It
and it's
is.
in
Yeah.
keeping with what else is on the block. I
Yeah, it's
understand the
not-
neighbors' concerns, but I don't think this is that.
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
I don't either.
I don't either.
No.
So I'll move it.
Okay.
I'll second.
And Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal,
This is on reserve rate.
Yep.
15.
Hearing number 16, appeal number 26-170.
He'll make the appropriate.
We're gonna have a
adjustment.
two-piece bathroom.
Right, we're gonna
So
condition.
that's gonna be a condition, and I will move it.
Second.
And Brian will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 26-179.
This was that weird, not weird, but it was the waffly letter from the
Yeah.
neighbor.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that, well, once we legalize it, they're gonna be complying with all the
That's
towns,
absolutely
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be.
right?
Yeah.
So I'll move it.
Okay, I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Oh,
That was who? Lisa?
Yeah.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 26-202.
existing.
Oh, this was the shed in the corner that
Yeah.
Bonnie Schumacher had.
Yeah.
I will move this.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay.
That's
Right,
Rebecca
second.
and Lois. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 26-168. I'll move this.
Second.
Lisa will
Lisa.
second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 20, appeal number 26-181. This looks okay.
This is fine.
For this neighborhood, I think it's fine.
Yeah. You want to move it?
Sure.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 21, appeal number 26-190. Glenwood Road.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 22. This is on reserve.
Okay.
Hearing number 23, appeal number 26-191.
You've got to give this guy the application. He was the longest application of the evening
Yeah.
award.
He's such a nice man.
It was very sweet. I'll move it.
Okay.
I'll
Rebecca.
second.
Is he the lawyer that used to represent the millage?
I don't know.
I think so. You moved it?
I did move it.
And who seconded?
I did.
Lisa. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 24, appeal number 26-230. Yeah, this was okay. Anybody want to move it?
I'll move it.
Lois, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And,
Take your time at the back, and then we'll do the.
okay, so the extension of time is for 147. When did we give him this variance? 2 years ago. All right, let's give him an extension of time. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Lois will
I think.
second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
Was your decision, 25-517, 145 Northern Parkway, North Plainview. This was is going to inspect, it was a fence. To it.
Yep. He's gonna angle that fence in two places.
Okay.
To the right side of his driveway, he's gonna angle it, and then on the curve, which is the opposite side, he's gonna angle it.
And the curb side?
Mm-hmm. And make sure he pays triple the fees, because his application says it's proposed and the fence is existing.
Yep.
And I need two names, please.
Oh, that's gonna be me and Lisa.
Thank you. Second one, who was gonna inspect this also?
Uh-oh.
Two of them, 26, they're together, 26, 2026, and 26, 2027, 365 Boundary Avenue, Beth Page. There's a parent child use and parking, cell entrance.
Oh, boy. I didn't look at it.
No?
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be at the next meeting either.
Okay.
I mean, I can still look at it before
Yeah,
then.
no, I can go look at it, but why were we looking at it?
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm guessing because it had a cellar entrance.
Oh.
Existing shed and cellar entrance, parking within the required front yard, because it's probably a mess. I'll look at it.
Okay.
And then call me.
And this, yeah, that is-
I'll go look at it too, I'm just teasing you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And that was in the last meeting too, huh?
So this one is field 24-503. It is 372 North Virginia Avenue, North Massachusetts. Board requested that sheds be removed, and they don't respond. I don't get any response, they won't get back to me. They haven't done anything that you asked them to do.
Since February?
Yes.
Let's
Of
deny it.
Let's deny it.
Of
Deny.
25.
I move to deny it.
Okay, we
February
do,
of 25, I cannot.
I will second the chairwoman's motion.
Denied, who's it, read it?
fine,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
fine.
And that's a wrap, boys and girls.
Thank you very much,
Weird meeting.
everybody.
Are you going away someplace fun?
Yes, I'm going to Colorado.
Oh, nice.
Rita, who are you going with?
I'm going with my friends.
Good.
Enjoy.
I think the parking was the issue on that one, Boundary Avenue.
Because it's all cemented in.
Yeah,
Can you send me that picture? Oh, I'm gonna look at it myself, so don't bother.
okay.
Everybody have good vacations, who's ever going away, enjoy.
Ordering transcripts tomorrow.
Boy, it's high. That's the first time we've had
Good night, same here.
We look forward to working with you. What?
I look forward to working with you too. I was saying, like, when I did the commercial, when we had PAB come in here.
Yeah.
We used to come in preparation of doing stuff. You're welcome.
Sue's a one-man band.
Good night, Kristen.
Good night.
Yes. It's gonna be incredible. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be an incredible journey.
Another journey.
Lois, we got a lot of time to talk about that.
Yes, I know, it's always off, but it comes quick.